Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, right. Okay, so welcome to Get 'em Uncut. I'm interviewing Mr. Lee Banks. He's gonna tell about the fitness, how he got into it, his gym, and also a couple of events he got coming up. Go ahead, tell me about about fitness. How did you get involved and how you get started?
Man, I've been in fitness ever since I was a kid. I was one of those kids that was in every bodybuilding magazine, pretty much drooling over these guys, what they did with their bodies. And I remember getting my first set when I was about 14. I got my first lifting set in my garage, and it was on from there. I was a little scrawny. I was a big kid, little scrawny kid. Didn't know I had genetics. I knew my father was a amateur bodybuilder, but I didn't see anything on me. And started with playing around with that gym set, and man, my arms started to grow. I'm like, okay, I might have a little genetics there. And I'll never forget going back. I was in 11th grade, little scrawny kid. In 12th grade, I kind of came back kind of swole, arms and shoulders. That's all I knew how to work. And it always been on fitness. Bodybuilding has always been on my chalking list, but I just never got a chance to compete till I was around 30.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started. And after doing my first show, and I did well, and 2 or 3 shows down the line, I really fell in love with that process that it takes to get on stage and really getting better and better and better. So after that, turned pro, and after a few years being a pro, I actually helped a friend of mine, and he's like, you know what, you should be a coach. We should actually, you with the knowledge you have, you should help people. And I didn't at first. I was hesitant, and he kind of stayed on me, and we decided, to start what I call Team Banks. Team Banks was strictly for athletes, those who want to compete. Started that in 2012, and fast forward, did really great with athletes. And my wife said, that gift you have is for everybody. It's just not for athletes. And that's where we start birthing Lee Banks Fitness. That's where pretty much it was a transformation of my whole life and career, from bodybuilder, which I always would be a bodybuilder, to fitness. And it was perfect because I had kind of retired, semi-retired bodybuilding. I had lost a little weight, and I needed to lose a little more because I liked the classic physique division. So it kind of put me right where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a fitness guy. I wanted to scare you guys coming to my facility like, hey, So came down. I came down from like my highest in bodybuilding I had got up to was like 270. So coming down from 270 to like 190, 195 felt really good. It looked really good. People say I look healthier, skin, and it was healthier, on my heart. So I started prioritizing that in fitness, being healthy over just being big and looking good. And that's where Lee Banks Fitness started, me helping everybody, just like I did my athletes, custom, finding out where they are in their life, how's their lifestyle, and just actually customizing a plan for them and customizing workouts for them. I have my fitness technicians walk them through the workouts instead of them doing it on their own at my facility. And I'm doing the same thing I did with my athletes. I'm online, um, consulting them with their nutrition, adjusting their nutrition, watching their bodies, and seeing them go from, point A to point Z. So that's where Lee Banks Fitness, we're doing very well. That system works great for me. That system. I tried training. I started training. Every fitness business, starts with training. I trained from 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. for the first year. But I found out, my gift is a coach. A great trainer, but the accountability that people need is a little different between a coach and a personal trainer. Personal trainer is personal, so he's there to be a little friendlier, a little customer service. But the coach is, I'm the coach. I'm the one that say, hey, kid, you know, you need to get this together.
Yeah.
So people respond to that accountability a lot more than when I was a personal trainer. So, but yeah, that's how Lee Banks Fitness works. We give you custom training, exclusive facility, one-on-one training. That's all we do here is one-on-one personal training. We train from weight loss clients, muscle building clients, to competition clients. You know, you can go as far as competition with me because I have the knowledge to take you there. So um, we work with kids, children, all the way up to 70-year-olds. So it's custom everything fitness solution. That's what we do here. And you mentioned the Lee Banks Natural Championships
right
coming up. You was, matter of fact, you was on that stage. Yeah. Was that your first show?
That was my second show.
Your second show. Yeah, yeah. So Lee Banks Natural Championships comes from that same platform. You know, I actually came back in 2017 after I told you that transformation and went to Olympia naturally, drug free. Let me correct that. Drug free. I went to Olympia drug free. When I mean drug free, I mean drug free. I didn't take supplements. I didn't take HRT, whatever, you know, replacement therapy, those things that older men take. None of that. And I just pushed my body and wanted to see where it would go. And it took me to Olympia. I did a lot of big shows that year: New York Pro, Chicago Pro, Pittsburgh. So I wanted to challenge the best of the best, and naturally, and I was on that stage with those guys. Most of the time, I was third or fourth. You know, against Olympians. You know, I've been on stage with Bromstead. I've been on stage with Breon. I've been on stage with George. You know, these guys are great. You know, me coming back, you know, being a little older. But I did prove to myself that you can do this naturally. And that's where LBNC came from. LBNC came from letting athletes know that you don't have to jeopardize your health and your well-being to be a bodybuilder and to do it at the top level. So that's where that platform is for. It's 100% drug tested. We're proud to say that, and we want athletes that are proud to say that they're doing this natural. And most of our athletes take that stance. You know, they're not going to be swayed. So this is our, I want to say, our third or fourth year in the LBNC, and we bring out some of the talent. You saw that. We bring out some of the best natural talent out there. But it's a fun show. It's a show that we get a lot of beginners, which is something that's missing nowadays. You know, when I started competing, we had a level 1 show, level 2, which is more like local, regional. You know.
Oh yeah.
So you got to compete at a level playing field before jumping in a national qualifier. Now you rarely find a show for beginners like my show because everything is national qualifier.